Hey, can you hear me now? Sorry, I did that thing where I turned it off when I thought I was turning it on.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on After GMS. Today is Wednesday, October 21st. I'm Tracy McCain in the studio with Stacy Spivey. Ed Matthews is in the Weather Garden. Stacy, this is the type of day that you love.
Yeah, it's a great day to have a good hair day too, because there's like no humidity outside. I think that's what it felt like, at least when I walked out this morning. It's not raining, it's not snowing, I'm not going to be sweating when I go outside. It's just great.
So Ed, you're the true test. Is your hair holding up okay?
Well, what little bit I have is kind of laying in place this morning. Pretty happy about that. Only issue is that we do have a lot of clouds this morning. Some of these will burn off with the morning sunshine, and I think overall kind of a mix of sun and clouds, and that'll be the case really today and tomorrow. But the big weather story continues to be the unseasonably warm weather. We're looking at upper 70s to near 80 today and tomorrow. We may fall a degree or two shy of 80 today, but we have a slightly better chance of reaching 80 tomorrow, and that's well above our normal of 69 for this time of year, and still warm on Friday and Saturday, although clouds will build over the weekend. A cold front will move in, but it doesn't have a ton of moisture with it. Maybe a late day sprinkle or a shower on Saturday, and a low chance of an isolated shower on Monday, and then we'll drop temperatures a little bit back closer to normal by early next week with highs around 70.
That is so perfect. It certainly doesn't feel like Halloween weather.
No.
It feels more like, I don't know, spring break weather.
It really does,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, we are counting down to Halloween, and something frightful in the conversation. Stacy, what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about this new report that came out that shows which each state fears the most. And it's all according to online searchers. So while we talk about this, let us know, what are you afraid of? You can comment right now on our live stream. So yourlocalsecurity.com put this graphic together showing the country's biggest fears. What does North Carolina fear the most? Failure. South Carolina, the dark. California, social media. And my people in Arkansas fear people. Some people fear flying, clowns. I've seen a lot of people saying that. So let us know what you're afraid of right now in the comment section. When I was thinking about this yesterday, I posted it on my Facebook page. My biggest fear my entire life has been being kidnapped or abducted. I don't know if that was just like ingrained in me as a child, like stranger danger, be aware of your surroundings. And it doesn't help that I love crime TV shows. So I'm just like always on edge. What about you guys? What's your biggest fear, or what are you afraid of?
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one. Mine more encompasses like scary movies, clowns, ghosts, you know, the normal things that you think are in your bedroom when you're a child, but yeah, never really thought about that, but that's a good one. So my fear basically with scary movies has to do with the music, and it makes you have an emotion that you really aren't even experiencing. And especially the paranormal movies, or the ones where there's some type of exorcism. My religion, my faith just doesn't sit well with me that could actually happen. So, or that it happens in that manner. So it's just like, it just goes against what I believe, and then the music's scary, and then the clowns are out, and then there's ghosts, and then there's, you know, some exorcism somewhere. I just can't. It's just too much. Too much. Even sharks. So, Ed Matthews, I know my list is long.
Mine is too.
Okay.
I have some weird fears. Believe it or not necessarily in an order here, from scariest to least. I'm scared to death of roller coasters.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, not only do they scare me, they make me pathetically sick.
Oh.
I stay away from. I can watch a roller coaster and get nauseous. It's crazy. Scared to death of snakes. I'm 61 years old. I've never fired a gun. I'm scared to death of guns. Although if I needed to protect myself, I think I could probably learn real quickly. And that's about it. Yeah, I'm scared of some weird things, I guess.
It's definitely a wide range of items you gave us
That's
there.
one way of putting it.
All right, so I know that you had asked Stacy on our feed here, what's your biggest fear? What are people saying?
Just kind of like all over and across the board here. I'll go ahead and read some of the ones I've seen so far. Dana said definitely failure. This map got it right for me. Tamarika says spiders, hate them, 8-legged freaks. Yeah, I think we all do. Have you ever met someone that even likes a spider? I guess people have pet spiders, but I digress. Okay, let's see who else. Wanda said spiders as well. Sharia says I freak out when a light comes on in my car and sudden loud noises. I can agree with that. Nadine says I'm so jumpy, you put anything in front of me and I will scream. Pretty funny. I love it. Most people saying spiders, snakes. So right there with you, Ed.
Creepy, crawly things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like them either.
Yeah, and Dana is on here. She's one of my good friends. I can see that she's probably afraid of fear because she has a PhD. She's excelled in everything in her life. You know, she's got a great job, and so that just kind of sets her, you know, to want to do more, which is awesome. I'm more of like, I'm okay with failing. I'll end up on TV news. It's no big deal, you know. And, I think people are just made differently, you know, and, Stacey and I were talking about this earlier, Ed, like, we're okay with, like, where we are, you know, like, we don't feel like we have to be, pushing ourselves to, like, do more every single day, you know? So I hope I'm not mischaracterizing what we said, Stacey, about each other, but I'm just like, I'm chill, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that what we are really getting at is that we try to find happiness in each day and not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has its own worries. I think that's a Bible verse, right? And just talking about living in the present. And that's something I've been trying to work on more and more as I've gotten older. And, that's something that we are trying to talk about, how we want to be like that and we want to do that. And it's hard. And not everyone can do it, or at least, we can try.
I mean, Ed Matthews, basically what we're saying is not all of us can be like you.
Exactly.
Well, I know my list was kind of weird. One more I forgot, and this one's an interesting one. I'm scared to death of firecrackers. I had a cousin who lost a finger back when we were teenagers, and I am horrified at firecrackers. I've never lit one, never set one off. I mean, let's face it, they are explosives. These little sparklers that don't hurt anybody, I like those. That's what I use on the 4th of July. But I was interested that people are fearful of failure. I can't say that I fear failure. I certainly do everything in my life every day to avoid failure, but I'm not afraid of it. I've failed before and I've been successful. And I think that's the way it is with most everybody.
A couple other comments here as we were talking. Jason Hutchins says he's fearful of drowning. Scott Lynch says, my biggest fear is driving over a bridge at night. Hate water, could not drive to the Keys. And Dana said, Scott Lynch, those bridges are the worst, but I love water. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely different fears for every person, but as long as we can talk about them, maybe we can overcome them. I will never, embrace the Ronald McDonald clown, though. I mean, it's not in my DNA.
So So what you're saying is how we can scare you is just have someone dress up as
Just
a clown
don't
and
do
come
it.
surprise you.
Eric Chilton did that one Halloween, and
How dare he?
on air.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a clip of that? I want to see it.
Probably. I mean, somewhere. And then, oh my gosh, Brian Hall, photojournalist to the stars, and I were at a corn maze, and somebody dressed up like a clown, and I literally sat in a corner and cried. Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
On TV, by the way. So, no, that's not a good idea, ever. Please don't do that. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take, Halloween is on a Saturday this year, so we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, it's 7:54. We have another conversation coming up in just a few minutes, but first let's get to your morning headlines. You'll hear from Governor Roy Cooper and his COVID-19 task force this afternoon. A news conference is scheduled for 2 o'clock today. He's expected to talk about current numbers and possibly reopening, with phase 3 set to end on Friday night. We'll keep you in the loop about what he decides right here on WFMY News 2 and WFMYnews2.com. Winston-Salem Forsyth County school leaders will vote tomorrow on possibly delaying students' return to the classroom. A district committee recommended delaying reentry and keeping students learning remotely, citing rising COVID-19 numbers in Forsyth County. Students were supposed to slowly return starting next week. The school board will vote on the recommendation tomorrow. Turning now to election news, another judge ruled to extend the time for when absentee ballots can be counted after Election Day. A federal appeals court ruled North Carolina election officials can accept absentee ballots up to 9 days after the election, as long as it's postmarked by Election Day. Attorney General Josh Stein, who pushed for the deadline change, says it does not change voter obligations, but gives extra time needed as the Postal Service deals with more mail-in ballots.
Today, the city of Greensboro is asking you to imagine going a day without water. It's all in an effort to talk about the importance of H2O, and Candace Redd has the ways you can get involved today.
Can you imagine a day without water? Well, it might be easier for some than others. Take a listen to these numbers. America used about 322 billion gallons of water per day. That was back in 2015. Well, that's according to the latest U.S. Geological Survey. Well, the USGS compiles county, state, and national water use data every 5 years. Thermoelectric power and irrigation remain the two largest uses of water across the country in 2015. The city of Greensboro is participating in the Imagine a Day Without Water campaign to highlight how water is essential, invaluable, and in need of investment. The national campaign comes with events, resolutions, student contests, social media engagements, and more. Well, if you care about water and the nation's infrastructure problems, you can join the challenge today by limiting your water use. You might want to consider fixing a leaky faucet, taking 5-minute showers only, and avoiding letting the water run while brushing your teeth, shaving, or washing dishes, among other things.
Greensboro Water Resources provides dependable water, wastewater, and stormwater services to approximately 315,000 residents and businesses. Just getting involved and doing what we can on an individual basis to protect our watershed and our waters is so vital and so important.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, you're still strongly encouraged to, of course, wash your hands often. And yes, that means with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. For more tips on imagining your day without water, all you have to do is visit our website, WFMYnews2.com.
All right, let's get right to our next conversation. And this time we're talking about everyone's favorite topic, especially Ed Matthews, the weather.
That's right. We're getting ready for a warm up the next few days with temperatures in the upper 70s, but that's not the case everywhere. Check this out. This is video from Minnesota on Tuesday. They were hit with 2 to 4 inches of snow, winter weather that they normally don't see until November. But it has warmed up just a bit in Minnesota, and today rain is supposed to fall. That, of course, will melt that snow. So that brings us to our question. Sun or snow in October? You can let us know what you prefer in the comment sections right now. I mean, obviously I'm going to say sun. I know snow is pretty and everything, but I don't like the cold. And Tracy, I know you're the same way as me.
Yeah, I love to watch snow, but I don't like the impact the snow has afterwards, right? The days of, staying in your house, being cooped up inside because it's too dangerous to get outside, perhaps. You know, those really bad snows can really impact our state for up to a week with school closures, and then there's no bread or milk in the store anywhere. So that's the part I don't like. But if you're just actually prepared and at home watching it, it is quite pretty. But I'll take sun over snow any day. How about you, Ed?
Oh, I got to agree with you, Tracy. Definitely taking the sun over snow. And it's not that I don't like snow. My favorite day of snow is when the snow comes down. It's absolutely beautiful falling, and when it melts on the ground. That is a perfect snowstorm for me. I don't like it when it gets on the ground. Tracy, as you said, it causes problems for people driving. People have accidents. Unfortunately, there are fatalities because of, you know, slick roads and things like that as well. So I vote for the sun. Not only is a sunny day easier to forecast, but obviously we like the sunshine. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a whiner here. I'm not complaining, but I've been forecasting the weather now for about 38 years. And forecasting winter weather here in the Triad is just not easy, especially in our viewing area. Parts of our viewing area can have measurable snow. Other parts can have nothing but rain. It's a real headache.
Yeah, so I guess if you had asked whether you prefer snow or ice, snow would win.
Yes.
But
Right.
that's probably the only scenario where I could see snow winning in my book. What are people saying online, Stace?
Well, they're kind of split, actually. Nadine says, snow, snow, snow. Love it. I say, no, no, no. But Karen says sun. She put 3 sun emojis. Dana says, snow, I miss it. We thought we were going to get a day of snow, 1 to 3 inches in Atlanta. So we went out to get supplies, and it rained for 30 minutes. The rest of the day was sunny. I was sad. Okay, well, I can see, you know, like when I was a kid, I would get my expectations up and be very excited for a snow day, and then it doesn't do anything, and then you're just kind of sad the rest of the day. Sandra says, so loving this week's weather, beautiful fall, prefer sun over snow. Sharia says sun. Tanya, definitely sun. Okay, maybe more people are saying sun than snow. Ramona says sun. Snow is coming soon enough. Yeah. And I think if you love the snow, that's great. I think it's beautiful. But you can just like go up to the mountains and see it there and ski and enjoy it and then come back and not have to deal with it. That's what I like.
Yeah, I think it's best that we not talk it up. I we should just leave it where it is in the Midwest right now.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It
when
can
it comes
stay there.
here, it'll come. But let's enjoy the sunshine. And good grief, we have so much of it. I got outside with my kids every single day. You know, Monday and Tuesday. We're going out today too. I mean, it's just a perfect week of weather.
Yeah, really, really nice. And I tell you what, I love that comment that Stacy read about the people in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sure it was the TV meteorologists that were calling for, what, 1 to 3 inches of snow, and it rained. That puts a real painful feeling in my gut when that happens. I remember back, I think it was around the year 2000 here in the Triad. Everybody, National Weather Service, all the TV meteorologists forecast 1 to 2 inches of snow. And many of you remember this. We forecast 1 to 2 inches. We got 1 to 2 feet of snow.
Whoa.
And that particular storm has been really researched in what went wrong. And we can learn from those types of situations. But that again just shows how absolutely difficult it is to forecast winter weather and snow versus liquid.
Can you say it for me one time, Ed Matthews? What do you get at the store? during a
Milk.
snowstorm?
Oh, okay. I got the milk and the bread.
Spoken like a true North Carolinian right there.
Nobody can say it quite like Ed Matthews.
I don't know why it's milk and bread, but one more time. I've got the milk and the bread.
We've got to find that commercial from like 2006, maybe 2005.
Oh, this was a commercial?
Yeah, it was a commercial. It was a promo for our weather department and our genius people that put together our promos and write the script and all that stuff. I was in a milk truck, and at the very end, I toot the horn and I yell out, "I've got the milk in the bread."
Oh my goodness.
And it became, that one line just became an instant hit. There was a local radio station that had that on their website, and you could download it as a ringtone on your phone.
That is genius.
Isn't that amazing?
That is so amazing.
I never got a penny from that. I want to make that clear. I never got any royalties from that, but it was certainly fun doing the commercial and then it going on forever and ever. That one famous line.
Okay, so now there are 2 videos I need to watch.
No,
Ed,
one, just one.
Ed yelling milk and bread, and then Tracy being scared by clowns.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. Although a lot of people are encouraging me to find it. I don't think it would be hard for me to find. I actually know the website where it was living, so I just, it was decades ago. I'm grown. I'm married now. I've got kids. Yeah.
And I know that the milk and bread, we call it the milk and bread commercial, the milk and bread promo. You can find that on YouTube. I know it's on YouTube.
Okay.
So if you're bored today and you don't have anything to do, you can look it up and get a big laugh.
Yeah. Just WFMY weather, milk and bread.
Yeah.
It'll come up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm going to start searching it as soon as this is over.
All right. Let's get to the forecast. Baby's hungry.
Thinking about milk and bread, huh? Did that make you hungry? Well, you don't need the milk and bread today. All you need to do is get out and maybe have that lunch hour outdoors. Now, we got a good bit of cloud cover now, but the clouds will break, and overall a mix of sun and clouds over the next few days, but warm, warm, warm. Upper 70s to near 80 today and tomorrow, mid 70s on Friday and Saturday. A little cold front moves in, not a lot of moisture the way it appears now, but we'll put in a low chance of a late day shower on Saturday and then a low chance on Sunday as we cool it back to near 70 by Sunday and Monday. Don't cancel weekend plans. It's only Wednesday. Right now, the weekend's still looking A-OK.
I just still can't believe this is October.
Yeah, enjoy.
So nice.
Yeah, definitely enjoy it because next week could be a different story.
Who knows?
I know. And then next week is our last week of October.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we know it, Election Day will be here. And
my goodness.
Hopefully the weather is not bad that day.
Yeah, I hope it's a dry day on Election Day so everybody can get out. Everybody that plans to vote, on the actual voting day. Of course, a lot of people are doing it early. That may be a smart thing.
Yeah, huge turnout for early voting.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We'll have some more great conversations for you to join in on tomorrow. We'll see if Stacey can find those videos. My guess is yes, she probably can.
I'm pretty good at digging deep.
She really is. She is our social media guru. So if it's there, she will find it. So there'll be a lot of happy people on our feed tomorrow. We'll see. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe.
See y'all later.